Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Swimming in the Deep End. San Jose Sharks 2021-2022 season begins. Jeff, I think it's fair to say we had a fairly successful season last year and arguably a fairly successful off-season as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, we did better than expected last year, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to repeat that this year just because we're looking super thin depth-wise. Got a very young D after the first couple of guys, and then maybe one scoring line.
Yeah, well, we'll just look at our transaction log here to start. So Devin Dubnyk, we were going to let go. He ended up retiring anyways, so that worked out. The expansion draft happened. We lost Bergman.
Yeah, no big loss there.
And so that was all right. And then we proceeded to, well, you can see we signed a lot of our own prospects and added Mikhail Grigorenko, as Jeff thought he would be a decent ad for us.
And he was super cheap.
And he was. And we added Laurent Brossoit to come in and back up our goaltender as our number two. And then we signed a couple of guys who didn't get signed by their teams, including Giovanni Valetti and Alan McShane as kind of overage guys to help build our depth, as well as Xavier Bouchard. That's right. And Robin Salo was one of our free agents we grabbed. So a lot of guys, just one guy who came out of college. And then we got to the draft, and we made a number of moves to kind of beef up our draft. And Jeff, I would like to say our draft went pretty well.
I think what we got it was rated the top draft in or we were rated the best team in the draft, weren't we?
Yes. So how do if I want to show my draft picks, what's going to be the best way to do that?
Probably, where's that email that?
It'd be way back.
July the...
Just flipping down here. NHL entry draft concluded. Review. July 7th.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, yes. So we had one of the best drafts. We grabbed Jesper Walstad, who's our goaltender of the future. He's already 1.5 stars, but we left him in the SHL to keep developing rather than play backup.
He's only 18, so give him one more year there at least.
We traded back into the first round, I believe, for Shaka.
Yep.
And with the pick 21, because we had him in a previous year and he did really well for us. We had an early second round pick, so we grabbed Zach Dean, or did we trade up? I can't even remember now.
Can't remember. I mean, generally we've got a nice future core of defensemen when
Peter Reynolds,
when Carlson and Burns are done. The other Merkley, Bean, Shaika, and one or two other guys will be ready to take over.
Yeah, and we took a chance on a couple late guys too, just to see what would happen. Overall, we're pretty happy with how that draft went. And we are young, but our depth chart has been fairly rebuilt. We still have a little bit of free agency room in terms of salary cap and in terms of contracts, because we only have 47. So we could add somebody still.
Is there anybody worth adding now?
That's a great question. I haven't actually looked. I simmed all the way up here because I felt like our team was pretty near set with what we had.
Jimmy Vasey.
Jeff, just because he played for the Canucks doesn't mean we need to add him.
And Scott Lawton as well.
Yeah, it's not bad guys, but kind of those depth pieces. Couple goaltenders who might be worth keeping an eye on. Zach Bogosian's still hanging around. And yeah, some defensive guys too we could kind of maybe look at if we need just pieces. And hi to Gudu and hi to Gotta Splash in the chat as well. So we feel pretty set with our team as it is. And okay, so coming up, I simmed all the way up to training camp. Take a quick look here at the development report for the end of August. And we can see Brent Burns and Martin Jones went down. So yay, good thing Martin Jones is already declining.
And Eric Carlson also showed up for camp out of shape, which is a little bit concerning, although he did have a big year last year.
He did. So the question is, do we criticize him publicly, internally, or ignore it?
I would go with internally. Don't want to embarrass him too much. I mean, he's just a little bit important to us.
All right, we have criticized him internally. And is he angry? No, he's just in red because he's out of shape. He's unhappy. Aww. Well, you know what? Show up to class Show up to camp in shape. All right, so let's get our lines rebuilt here. We got a few guys who was kind of waiting to see if they would turn around, but they didn't. Thomas Bordeleau, who was San Jose's draft pick last year, second round draft pick in 2020. We signed him, but he's only 1 star, so we can probably send him down immediately. He's not going to. Oh, Brandon Coe. Well, we're going to send him down too. Get rid of these 1-star guys.
Yeah. Anybody on the Barracuda that you might want to bring up?
Well, I think we have 32 guys on our roster right now, so I think we're probably pretty good. Valetti can go down as well.
Another thing you may want to think about doing this year is changing your tactics up a little bit. Just because the D is so young, maybe go to something. Well, maybe even use the trap.
All right, give me a second here while we just continue to do this. Foot of Kotkov, we're going to send him down. All right, that looks like we thinned out quite a bit. Jones and Brossois are, Brossois, the other big thing was, he came in on a $750,000 contract for 2 years. So he came in on a pretty good deal. Okay, so we have Dylan playing. Oh, right, I forgot we got David Ferentz, too. We actually have quite a bit of defensive depth.
Well, it's not great depth, though. It's like 1.5 star depth, 2 stars at best.
Those guys are coming, is what the... All right, so let's just look here. Robin Salo is going to be mad that we send him down. I know he is. But... Okay, how many defensemen do I have dressed right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Ferraro gets in. That means Shaka's probably not making this team. And we still have David Ferentz and Salo in the minors. Although we need to call somebody back up because I sent too many guys down. Who's going to be our 7th defenseman? Well, we could add somebody on waivers too, I guess.
I should bring somebody up for the preseason just to get him a little bit of time.
Then I guess it's going to be the 20-year-old Artemi
Knyazov.
Yep. He might be our 7th defenseman until we find somebody else. All right. On forwards, we have Duclair, who's coming back. Golgev can just go down. He's not going to play. Ozzy Weisenblatt. He's only 1.5 stars. I'm thinking we just send him right back down to the dub.
He's got a bunch of guys ahead of him. We do need another left winger, though. Maybe who's the Russian Chekhovich?
No, Holla plays left wing.
Oh, we got him on, or you could put her over on the left wing.
Yeah.
And put Couture on the first line spot.
Grigorenko. Okay, so looking with what we have Robbins, Dean, or Daniil Gushkin could play. Gushkin can play left wing. Zach Dean can play left wing. Tristan Robbins can.
If you look in the depth chart, Robbins is actually way up there, so I think we should keep him on the roster just to see. He must be getting close to another star.
Man, Robbins only had 14 points in 17 games, but he was hurt. Must have been hurt. Oh, no, wait, he got traded. Right, he got traded.
Halfway through the year, yeah. He started with, he didn't, he looks like he started badly with Saskatoon, then was traded to Regina and did a little better.
I think he did that I think it was the other way around.
Oh, is that backwards? Oh, yeah, traded. No, it's right. Started with Saskatoon and then went to Regina.
Yeah.
Although it is showing up backwards in the player screen.
Really? You think we should leave him up? I mean, I'm just looking at points. Like Zach Dean had 47 points in 68 games. Gushkin had 62 and 62.
I mean, they're relatively close. I'm just wondering. There's got to be a reason he's that high on the Robbins is that high on the depth chart.
All right. Should I try moving him to left wing?
Who, Robbins?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be moving Hall to the left wing.
So yeah, no, I'm going to put him on left wing to see if we can train him up a little bit. And then let's just, no, we're not locking Donato on first line. Let's just see what the assistant does here. Okay, it puts Roberts in the middle of the fourth line. Hull is centering the third line. So Donato, Couture, Nieto, Meyer, Hurdle, Duclair, Gregoire, Holla, LeBlanc, Grigorenko, Robbins, Shamalski.
So it's sort of balanced the scoring in the first two lines.
I don't hate that.
Wondering if one of those right wings should be over on left wing instead. LeBlanc, maybe.
And put him where, sorry?
And that would move Grigorenko up to move LeBlanc to the third line left wing spot, and that would, I think, would put Grigorenko up to the fourth line. The third line, rather.
You want to move Grigorenko up to the fourth line? Okay. And you're moving Noah Gregoire down?
Yeah.
All right. Let's balance out these ice times.
And actually swap Gregor and Chmielewski. Because Gregor's can play left wing and Chmielewski can't. He's a right wing.
All right. We're putting 15-minute lines across the board for the preseason to see how things go. We're just kind of going to sim through the games. We're actually going to give Brossois the first game of the year. At least one of your players has no jersey number. Who would not have a jersey number?
One of the guys you signed recently, or just
the guy called back up.
Yeah.
We'll give him number 80. Sure, that's a good number for a defenseman.
Not really a good number for anybody.
I disagree.
Oh, what about tactics?
Oh, I forgot. Too late. We're just going to go through the first game. And we get our butts kicked 5-0. All right. Let's look at tactics now. Good. Thanks for reminding me after I'm already past the screen, Jeff. Tactics. All right.
Actually, I told you earlier, and you said wait, so I waited. And
yes, and then you've neglected to mention it. So do you still like the flexible triangle?
The only things I would change here, I think, are the, let's see, what is it?
Neutral zone?
Yeah, neutral zone coverage, left side, second from the bottom.
Yeah, go 1-3-1 trap.
Either that or 1-2-2 lock, maybe 1-2-2.
Best use of a left wing with a good positioning. I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
Okay, yeah, go with the trap then. And also on tactical tendencies, I would ratchet that a little toward back checking a little towards often.
All right.
Maybe not all the way up, but at least put it into the one spot to the right.
Do we still like our defensive zone coverage being 2-3?
You could go collapse to the net. That would help out those bottom two defensive pairs.
But our bottom two defensive pairs right now are not bad. Like, it's Jake Bean we traded for and brought in.
It's 2 stars and lower, though. I mean, Bean might get to 2.5 this year, but that's about as good as he's going to get. Dylan's not going to get any better. Everybody else is 1.5 or lower. Oh, Merkley's at 2.
Fine, we'll go to collapse.
Merkley's just an offensive defenseman, so he's not going to really help you defensively.
All right. Shift change, and we'll go and see how we do as we advance. I don't know. We've done what we can, and this team needs a full-on rebuild, so it's not looking great. But this year, maybe this year is what year we'll actually have the bad year that we thought we were going to have last year. Wow, Evander Kane in his first preseason game had 6 points.
Wow. How did he wind up doing last year after we traded him?
It's a great question. I just see he's leading the preseason. We'll take a look in a minute, Jeff.
Oh, that's actually something new in the new update. Should mention that. Working on the final update, post-trading deadline 1, you can see there we've added the leaders work during the preseason now. So you're seeing the preseason point leader, et cetera, on the screen while we're simming. 65 points in 82 games. Pretty good season for him.
Yeah, not bad. 39 goals, 26 assists.
Although it is Washington, so he had some help, obviously.
Well, not bad. Still not. We still replaced him very successfully.
Yeah, the guys we picked up had a pretty good year.
And we needed to rid ourselves of that contract. All right. Back-to-back games versus Columbus and Buffalo. And let's see here. Actually, oh, wow. We just absolutely thumped Columbus. 55 shots against, wins 6-0.
Well, I mean, we are playing our regular season lineup, and they're probably rotating a lot of rookies in.
Well, that's what we want to do, Jeff.
Still pretty good start for the new tactics.
Yes. Cliff Poo is on Columbus. And Sam Gagne is somehow still in the league.
Hanging in there. Might be on a tryout.
With Nikita Gustev. 48 defensive game rating from
Gagne's on a tryout.
Gregoire, and 48 defensive game rating from Timo Meier. Not exactly great numbers. We need to build chemistry between our guys anyways. Dun, dun. It still looks weird looking up and seeing Calgary being listed as the Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I don't know if they're going to repeat that this year.
They're going to have to go through us.
Oh, we should probably take a look, once the season starts, take a look at Seattle and how their lineup wound up looking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they did sign Ovechkin as a free agent. So they're going to have some scoring off the start.
All right, actually, let's look. Let's take Carlson out of this game because he's out of shape. And so we'll replace him with and throw Shaka in there. Anybody else really down? No. Everybody else is okay. Throw Brossoit in net. Versus Buffalo, and Dustin Tokarski is in net for Buffalo, and they beat us 4-1.
Yeah, this is Buffalo ratings here. I think we're pretty optimistic. Hasn't turned out that way.
Optimistic. Hello, P-Wog in the chat. Well, Freddie Anderson has a 0.48 goals against average playing for Seattle.
Pretty good start. So who are the Leafs going with in goal? I guess it's Campbell and various minor leaguers after that.
Yeah, it's not exactly strong points for them. But they don't have the cap room for anything else either. All right, who else can we bring in?
I got a little bit of space. Oh, that's with the off-season 10%.
And we'll bring in Dean for Grigorenko. Meyer's going to sit out for Gushkin. Give the 19-year-olds a chance to play. And against the Wings, we beat them down, P-Wog. 5-1. And first goal goes to Daniel Gushkin. Nice. Nice. How does he do? 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points, and 16:28. Or 16:29 of time, playing 1:37 of penalty kill.
Nice game from Hurdle, too. 4 minutes. Or 4 points, rather.
And Hurdle actually creeps up to 7 points. And so he's in the league leaders for NHL preseason. And continuing to look. Oh, Rasmus Ristolainen, who's now in New Jersey, is gone for 4 months.
How did he wind up in New Jersey? Free agent?
That's a great question. No, he's not. Shouldn't be a free agent yet. Unless they bought him out. He was traded for Ryan Murray. All right. Interesting move.
Yeah, looks like Murray actually played pretty well for the Sabres after the move, but is that a salary dump maybe? No, Murray's not that.
Continuing on here. Oops, we need to get Brendan Dillon out of this game. 66%. All right, Dillon's out, and we're going to give Salo some time. One of our big free agent signings Jeff wanted. Do we want to bring in somebody else? We'll take Shuck out and put in Ferentz as well. All right. And both of our goalies, whatever, you're at 75%. You're going to need to learn to play through these harsh times, and we lose 3-2 to Minnesota, I feel. This hurts. Continuing. Pewog says it was a great weekend of college hockey. Yeah, that was an entertaining. Was it 7 overtimes? 6 overtimes? I don't even remember. Too many overtimes. 5. Right, it was 8 periods total. I lost count at some point. It was on in the background.
Hurdle up there in the scoring leaders in the preseason. Good to see.
Yeah, Jones is up in goals against.
So is Evander Kane. Well, at 6 points, didn't hurt.
Oh. Surprisingly, Patrick Laine is still in Winnipeg. Of course, Pierre-Luc Dubois is still in Columbus.
Yep. We started this back in December. Before the trade?
Yes. Long before the trade. And we lost Eric Holla to a bruised kidney. All right.
Is he going to be out a while?
Well, he's already returned to ice, apparently. So we have a training camp development report. Riley Kidney. Checking out some of our prospects. Lots of ups. So that's not a bad thing.
No, it's a young team. Should be expected.
Oh, this is all. Yeah, there we go. Just looking to see if anybody took that next jump.
Blickfeld is up to 2 stars. He was 1.5 at the start of this.
All right. Man, Shaka went up in everything. Speed, strength, aggression, determination, offensive read, shot blocking, defensive read.
Do you get up to 2 stars now?
He's not. He's still at 1.5. He's fighting to get there. Zach Dean, lots of ups too. Balance, speed, professionalism, screening, shooting accuracy, face-off, shot blocking. Oh, Anthony DeClaire's got a sore ankle day to day. David Ferentz went up. All right. All right. Not bad. Lots of ups. But now we have some guys hurt, so let's get Hulla out. We're going to put Grigorenko back in. Duclair's going out. Get Meyer back in. Ferraro's out. And Shaka's back in. Let's take Old Mad Brent Burns out. All right. And just let the lines rebuild themselves. Zach Dean jumps in and moves up to the third line. Center roll. Jumping ahead at Robbins. All right, let's do this. Game versus Ottawa. Ah, shit. Oops. Started the wrong goaltender. We lost 5-4.
Clearly your fault.
Absolutely. He was down to 75%.
And I think we got one more exhibition game against Arizona. That'll be it. Keep an eye out on the waiver wire at the start of the season. See who's going down. Might be able to grab somebody. Wouldn't mind getting if there's like a 2.5-star defenseman on there if we get lucky and somebody drops through.
Even if there was a 2-star, I think we should jump on that so we can send the young guy back down.
Yeah.
Keep the Barracuda being ready to go. We have some. Who did we sign as our third goalie? We have somebody who's could be there, right?
No, did we sign anybody? We got Koronar and Melnichuk who are in the system already, and Ranek, the Czech or Slovakian or Czech? Slovakian. That was playing college hockey.
Yeah, Koronar, though, is the one I was wondering about.
Yeah, he comes up if Francois Jones gets hurt.
Yeah. So we're not running like the chicken with our heads cut off, is what my point was being. All right. Who got hurt for a couple weeks? It was Holla.
Yeah, the kidney.
We'll send him to the injured list, as we will need the roster spot. And game versus Arizona. Brossois is in net for this one. Sim it out, and we win 5-2 over Arizona. Excellent. Hurdle scores a couple. Meyer scores a couple. Grigorenko grabs 1, 2. Huzzah, huzzah. I haven't actually looked to see what how our owner and our fans feel.
Should be reasonably happy after last year. Have a look at the job security screen. Yeah, fans are okay-ish. Job security is may have changed since you started this, but it was maximum.
It should be for all the stuff we did. Warning, you have players on your farm team who need to clear waivers. And if we lose either one of them, that'll be okay.
Kelman and True, yeah, no big deal.
Job security here, just so we can take a quick look. Yeah, we're not quite at a high. We're probably at about 95% on that scale. But yeah, wow, signing Laurent Brossois, we got a +3 for signing him. That's amazing. An extremely popular player. All right. I can't say I was expecting to get a +3 for Brossois, but he is, by all accounts, a very nice guy. All right. Continuing here. All right. So Philip Schittle has been waived by the Rangers.
Rangers waiving Sorokin.
Okay, yeah. What?
Who they have in goal?
I don't care. We're putting a waiver claim in on him. I doubt we'll get him, but we will figure out everything else after this.
Wait, why was he even?
I don't know. I don't care. Wasn't
Was that the Island? That's the Islanders.
Yeah.
That
Claim
waived him.
player. Done. Yeah. Perfect.
Well, they got Varlamov, but yeah, I don't see why they would have done that. I have to check the AI. Yeah, his goalie handling. I don't know why they would have him like that.
All right. Jamie Olexiac is on waivers. Can't take that contract though. 3 years at $2 million apiece. He's 2.5 stars, but we only have him B rated. That's just too much.
Any other sort by abilities? Any other defensemen up there? No, just him.
Well, there's like Hayden Flurry is buried a little bit further down the list. What's his contract? He's only got 1 year left. At 1.15. Yeah, okay. Hayden Flurry would make sense. P-Wog dropping more NCAA nudes.
Yeah, I guess WCHA is basically dead now with those teams all leaving. It only leaves like, what, 3, 4?
That sucks for Alaska and Alabama Huntsville just after they saved that program.
I guess they're going to go independent. That's what all they can do.
Well, Huntsville might probably end up killing the program again.
Yeah.
Okay, there's still someone like Joel Edmondson is available, but I think Hayden Flurry gives us a younger guy with some upside still. And less of a contract than somebody like Edmondson. Mason Appleton's available, Jeff. Or what do you think? Do you think we should take somebody else?
Can you filter that down to just the defenseman?
I can. Maybe. Yep, there we go. All right. Josh Brown, Michael Kempney, Edmondson, Flurry, and Olexiac are the only 2-star plus guys.
What about Flurry?
Well, that's who I was talking about.
Yeah.
He's only got 1 year left at 1.5. I think that makes him very reasonable.
Yeah, I think so.
And he's a defensive defenseman, which is something we could use.
Definitely. Yeah, I'll go for him. See if we can get him.
This will put us at 49 contracts, so we'll have to look at possibly moving somebody.
Yeah,
so that's
somebody for a draft pick if you need to.
If we got both those guys, which there's no guarantee.
You got a couple of guys that are just 1.5 star potential on the Barracuda.
We'll move ahead and see what happens. Man, if we added Sorokin, then
we'll see if we get him.
If we somehow got him, we should try and move our goaltender.
Brossoit or Jones?
Jones. But we'll
That
worry
makes
about
sense,
that
yeah.
in 30 seconds or less.
No, Jones has a no trade.
We
You'd
can
have to
still
put him on the
trade him.
trading block.
Yeah, you can still shop him or look for a team
Can't
that
shop him.
not shop him, but look for a team that he'd be okay going to.
Yeah.
Like P-Wog's in the chat, so maybe Detroit would want him.
Oh yeah, weren't they playing? Oh, that wasn't them. Dead Takarsky.
Oh, we did get Sorokin
Okay.
and Flurry. Okay. Season preview. We got nothing. Absolutely skunked.
Not surprising. But I mean, that helps our goaltending.
All right, so we're not going to be able to get, we're probably going to have, okay. All right. Moving Jones would clear cap space. 2 for us. And Sorokin's on a pretty reasonable deal. Let's still, and yeah, we can't shop him. Anybody looking for a goalie? That's a better question. Buffalo's looking for a goalie. Carolina's looking for a goalie. Colorado, not send him to Colorado. Detroit's looking for a goalie. Okay, so we do have some options. My first gut. Thought was he will not go to Detroit. Will he go to Buffalo? He will not go to Buffalo. He will not go to Carolina. He won't go to Colorado or Columbus. Nope, still won't go to Edmonton. How about to Florida? That's what Florida needs, another goalie. No. The Islanders are now looking for a goalie. Oh, come on, Jones. Go to Ottawa. Doesn't seem like he's going to want to go anywhere. Pittsburgh. Why would you not want to go to Pittsburgh? Oh, okay. Here we go. He will go to Toronto.
Okay, what can we get out of them?
Not a first-round pick. Probably not a second. How about a third? Third is a well-balanced offer. A fourth is they'll very likely accept this offer. And if we could move out... Okay, I get the reply. I think they will probably accept this offer. If we send... Okay, hold on. Let's just double check this here really quick. If I offer to send them... Martin Jones, 2 guys with 1.5 star potential, and our 7th round pick, I think they will probably accept this offer.
We can get a third rounder. That works, yep.
Yeah. We're going to have to wait a couple days for an answer, but...
Yep. Fine.
Yeah, so let's take Jones out of the lineup. We'll put Sorokin in. We're going to stash Ferraro on the injured list because he's still hurt. And now let's make some tough choices here. Okay. Shaka, we're going to send back down to Guelph.
Yeah, it was kind of inevitable. I think by this time next year, he'll have that second star and be able to play for us as a 19-year-old.
Okay, we sent the guy who's hurt. So do we want to keep... Or we just put Cal Flurry into the lineup, I guess.
Yeah.
We send Ference down. We send Salo down. And Kuznetsov.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's right.
1, 2. Well, that's 6 right now. But we have another guy on the injured list who should be back in not too long.
Well, you have to leave him on there for 14 days, though.
What? So I might have to call somebody back up, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Unless that's retroactive. Well, no, it was a recent injury, wasn't it?
No, he's been hurt for a little bit.
Check the counter on the injury list screen.
Injured since September 12th.
The
7
CTR
days.
column, no? Is it? Oh, no, you may be able to bring him right back then.
To active roster. Yeah, I can move him back to active
Yeah,
roster.
it's been 7 days. It's 7 days, not 14. I'm thinking baseball.
Why would you be thinking baseball, Jeff?
No idea.
Has something baseball happened lately?
Can't think of anything.
All right.
Oh,
Wait,
maybe
what happened to all our
released this week?
What happened to all our forwards? I mean,
What do you
Hull
mean?
is hurt, but I feel like... All right, so Robbins has made this team.
Should you take a look after 10 games to see if you want to send him down. Do you want to burn a contract year on him?
Okay, do we want to send down Gushkin or not? I guess we probably do. He's not going to... He's only
Back
1.5
to the
stars.
OHL? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send him down. So that means we should call somebody else up. So what forward do we want to bring up?
Probably Blickfeld because he just made 2.5 stars on that development report.
Another right winger?
Right wing, left wing, you can play both.
All right. He has moved up for now. We don't have an extra defenseman at the moment, so I guess I'll call back up.
And I did take a look at your scouting for this year. That everything seems fine the way it is, so you don't need to go into that.
All right. That was something I forgot to I was going to take a peek at, too.
Yep, I just checked it. Seems okay. Everything's still at the top.
All right. Throwing some guys around up and down. Excellent. All right. Oh, Duclair is immediately ready to come back. Primed to return. Of course he is. Kuznetsov wants 80. We'll give him 87 for a defenseman because that makes tons of sense. He'll be shadowing Crosby, so he might as well be Crosby. All right. Both guys are still day-to-day. Oh, no, wait. That's Holla. Never mind. Who's Duclair is prime and ready to return.
Yeah.
I
Off
forgot to
to a
rebuild
stage.
my line, so let's do that because it's a disaster right now.
Just leave the game and go back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Create lines. All right, so Sorokin has jumped into the driver's seat.
Oh yeah, good. It just reminded me to have a look at the Kraken's line, see how they're starting the season.
Sharpie 58 for a comment there for you, Jeff.
You need to talk to the OOTP guys and get them to use your scouting. Yeah, that'll happen. They're welcome to use anything we've got, but yeah, no comment.
I'm taking a look here. Donato, Couture, Meyer, Nieto, Hurdle, Duclair. Zach Dean has pushed his way up to the third line left wing with Gregoire, LeBlanc.
Well, that's the thing we fixed before. With
Jamalski.
we could put LeBlanc on the left wing and Grigorenko on right on the third line.
I kind of like giving Zach Dean a chance though. On the,
Yeah, give him a shot, I guess. Is he?
I'm gonna look at his.
Yeah, he's another
tactics.
guy. Remember, definitely don't go past 10 games without checking on Dean and Robbins, because I think we're going to want to send at least one of those guys back to junior to not burn the contract year.
Actually, he's best as a screener. Okay. If we're gonna do that, we might need to sign somebody else then. Might have to bring in one of those guys. Bring in a Scott Lawton or a Sam Bennett. Matthew Perreault. There's a lot of quality 2-star players here. All right, and Vegas, or not Vegas. Too used to saying Vegas. Kraken lines. Thatcher Demko ended up with Seattle. How do you feel about that, Jeff?
Yeah, well, we had him. We had basically him rated more highly or rated less highly than Holtby at the start of this year. That's going to be flipped around now. I think it's in the database now.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
They haven't built their
recent build.
They haven't built their lines yet because they're still missing a right winger. On their first line,
Bergman, the guy they got from us, playing on the second line.
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah, actually check them after the first after their opener.
Yeah, I think so.
And that'll show you what they're actually using, because I don't think they've reset those yet.
And Sorokin comes in his first game pretty much off the plane, and we lose 5-2 to Vegas. Ouch.
Didn't even get a single star.
Rough. And we are officially one of the worst teams in the league after losing our first game. Tough go. Tough go. So as Jeff and I were alluding to earlier, if you haven't, well, more or less, if you've had your head in the sand, and I'm not really sure why you would do that, Out of the Park Baseball 22 is now out for everyone. And you can purchase it on our website, which is ootpdevelopments.com, or on Steam, or I'm sure a few other places I can't think of.
Oh, the Kraken lines?
Yes, I know, Jeff. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
They did. It looks like they lost their first game.
Yes, and there's already a storyline from them. Seattle center Nick Paul is in hot water with head coach Joe Collier for a series of pranks aimed at other teammates. These guys are adults, said the Kraken bench boss, and they're supposed to be professionals. Why Nick is acting like a clown is beyond me. According to Collier, Paul will be fined if the behavior continues. However, Paul doesn't understand why his coach is getting all worked up. I'm just having a little fun, blowing off some steam. He doesn't need to call me out in public, and finding me would be taking it way too far. It's embarrassing to be singled out like this. I don't know. I guess I need to take things a little more seriously from now. Jeff, let's make a note and get that fixed.
What?
It looks like it needs to have the word on the end of that. It looks a little more seriously from now on. Anyways, continuing looking at the Kraken lines.
And I think I'm going to turn the age down a little bit on that. It's set to 26 now. That seems a little bit old. Probably make it 23 or so, the maximum. So it's the younger guys doing it.
All right, taking a quick look. Philip Dandino is the number one center with Thomas Tatar and Simon on his wing. Ovechkin is being centered by Adam Lowry on the second line with Mikhail Granlund on the right wing. Third line is Barclay Goodrow centering Carter Verhaeghe and Ryan Hartman. Fourth line has Bergman on it with Nick Paul and Eric Stahl. Nikita Nesterov and Eric Gustafsson are your first pairing defensemen. Curtin and Stetcher are 3-4, and Matt Benning and Yarulin, not sure of that name off the top of my head, are your 5-6, with Frederick Anderson and Thatcher Demko being their 1-2 pieces in net. That is an okay team, but not a great team, Jeff.
Yeah, we'll see how Ovechkin does away from the Caps and how the Capitals do. I guess Kane's their number one left winger now that Ovechkin's gone.
Game versus Winnipeg for us. And we actually pick up the win. Laurent Brossoit, in his return to Winnipeg, makes 35 saves on 38 shots, and we win 5-3.
Yeah, 3 points from Donato. Nice.
Very nice.
Did you change the times on the lines?
I did when I reset everything.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't notice.
I did. I'm fast and efficient. Anthony Duclair only played 11 minutes and 30 seconds. Why did he play so little? Weird. Interesting player on waivers. Who's on waivers? Pat Maroon and Ross Colton. Pat Maroon wouldn't actually be the worst guy for us to pick up.
Then again, he's 33. I think we're better off developing a younger guy there.
Okay.
I mean, if we got him, we could send down one of those guys we were looking at sending back to junior. How have they done so far, Dean? And who was the other one?
Jeff, it's been
Robbins.
It's been 2 games. Come on.
Now, have a look.
I will look after 2 more games. Sharpie 58 says, "Have no fear. I have been posting it to them as well. Keep up the great work."
Thanks. Well, good luck getting him to take a look. We'll see.
All right. Healthy player ready to return.
Ferraro.
All right.
And that's just a 7th defenseman, isn't it?
Well, I guess he is now the 7th defenseman because I think Hayden Flurry's passed him. So yeah, so we can send Kuznetsov back down. And the Leafs actually say no way to our trade. Really?
I'll try it for a fourth rounder then, maybe.
Oh, the Toronto Maple Leafs cannot add this much salary to the payroll.
They got
That's
any
why.
bad salaries they need to unload? No, actually, not particularly.
Oops.
Well, maybe just put Jones on the trading block. Give it a little while, see if you get any offers. Or you could send him to the AHL and just see if somebody takes that contract off our hands. That'd be $5 million off the cap hit, 5.75.
Man, I'm really disappointed. I thought we were totally going to be able to make that work. Hold on, I'm not done quite yet. Maybe him sitting on the bench has made him rethink his... Nope, doesn't want to go to Washington. Toronto has 78 million. Okay, hold on. Toronto has 78 million. So they have 3 million in room. We need to find somebody who's got about 2 million cap hit.
And they don't really have somebody in that range, though.
Oh, Justin Hall. Oops.
Yeah, that would kind of work, I guess.
I'm just looking. What if we retained 40%?
Yeah, that's another option. So we can afford to eat that salary.
It's still saying they don't want to do that. What else do they have for a player? No, they really don't have anyone who they want to give up. And Jones is refusing everything else. All right, whatever. I'm done trying to fight with this. Martin Jones is going to get waived. Actually, first off, we're going to put him on the trade block. And then we're going to waive him. I really doubt anyone would pick him up. I did see there was some bunch of guys on waivers. Ben Sherratt's about the most interesting one. Other than Mason Appleton. Huh? There's actually a lot of contention over who the Jets might lose here in the upcoming expansion draft now.
Not that much of a concern for the Canucks.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking. All right, just checking, and unsurprisingly, Martin Jones was not picked up. But just about everybody else was. Mason Appleton was, Skylar McKenzie was. All right, we're actually just going to sim through this next game here.
Oh, yeah.
As we are over our time here, and we lose 3-2 because that's what happens. All right, so thank you very much. And I guess I'll start the outro. So thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well. You can also find us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. We can also find our link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio. You can also reach out to us on our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums. You can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager 7, Out of the Park Baseball 22, Out of the Park Go, Perfect Team, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
Oh, don't think so. Still working on the next and probably final update for the trading deadline. Actually, it's quite a few new things going in. One made it into the hot fix last week. You've got full control over your farm team's lines now. And actually, just go to the file menu for a sec, Adam.
1 second. We just pulled off a win, 3-1 over Buffalo. Woo! All right, file menu.
And setup options.
Setup options.
Note on the injury options, what you can do now.
Done.
There, everybody happy now. Now stop complaining about the injuries. You can adjust them there.
All right. Thank you very much.
People still get people complaining.
And see you all again next week.